Intimacy, love, dating, marriage, romance, companionship, and breakup. Everything is on the table. It's Relationship Theory with Tina Laws.
Welcome to Relationship Theory, where we talk about all things relationships, where no topic is off the table. I'm your host, Tina Laws, and today we have joining us Ms. Gina Davis and Mr. Matthew Viney. Today we're going to be talking about, should your significant other have access to your password? Now think of that. Should your significant other have access to your passwords?
You mean like the internet so that they can get Wi-Fi?
A little bit.
Because I could share the internet Wi-Fi password.
Well, let's step it up a bit. Can they have access to your email? Because you may have information in there that you can't get to, and they can get to it for you.
Yeah, they could have my email password.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
But nobody uses email hardly anymore, just for work. Who cares about email? Yeah.
How about your cell phone password?
Myself.
How about that?
Yeah, I don't think there's a need for them to have my cell phone password. I think there's, you might be having conversations with your friends, and that they may share something with you in confidence. Like, that's not their business. That's, all those kind of, I've got my investment portfolio on my phone and all that. Like, there's a lot on there. And I don't think it's necessary.
So you have a good point. But what happens when your significant other starts to feel a little uneasy and may want to just check up and make sure that you're talking to the people in which you're supposed to be talking to or not?
I think there needs to be a level of trust in a relationship. I think if that's already getting to that point, I think that trust has already started. There's a level of distrust in there. And I think maybe just getting to the root cause, why is there a lack of trust? And that, as opposed to, I don't think really anything good comes of sharing that and prying into that kind of information.
Yeah. One of the things that happen quite often now, though, is that, even for me, listening to other women that are married or husbands, young and old, they want to know what's your password. They just want to know, let me just see what he or she is up to throughout the day.
Why?
Because they may feel as though, you know what, I'm not sure. Let me just make sure he's talking about the things he should be talking about, even with his mates. They might want to make sure that he's not talking with his mates. His mate might be encouraging something that, who knows? They might be trying to, offload you on somebody else.
But you know what? A lot of times when you do stuff like that, if you are actually mistrusting and you want to look into somebody's phone to read conversations that go on, you can take things out of context, and you can wind up reading something and reading your own interpretation, because everything is up to interpretation. So I'm with Matthew and the distrust thing. If you can't trust, and no, I'm not giving anybody my cell phone password. I don't want yours either. But that's because I trust who I am, and I'm hoping that whomever I am with trust themselves and they trust me as well. I don't care what they do.
Yeah, but guess what?
But I'm not married either, and I'm not planning on getting married anytime soon either.
Well, guess what?
I don't have to look for any trust and all that kind of stuff. I could just be who I am, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Matthew is young. He's going to get married one of these days, and he's going to need to ensure that whomever he gets married to, he trusts her. And so if she is poking in his phone and arguing with you about wanting your phone, get rid of her.
But think about this.
I'm available.
Yeah. Think of this, Matthew. So, just hypothetically speaking, for instance, you fall in love and you're happy and you're doing great things together, and the phone goes off somehow in the morning. They get up and run in the bathroom, and you hear whispering. Would that prompt you to say, you know what, I'm feeling a little on edge, I'm feeling a little uneasy? Does that give you the feeling of what's really going on behind that phone?
I think it certainly prompts a question. But I think, again, I think there's a level of trust that is essential for a relationship. And I think, I would trust that,
that they'll be doing the
that
right thing.
Yeah.
But
give
think
me the
about
right
this.
an- you
Think
know.
about this. We say there's a level of trust in every relationship, but there's also in every relationship something that prompts our insecurity. That's just human nature, right?
Yeah.
And so while you may not want to ask for the cell phone password number or the internet, yes, you can get the Wi-Fi, but you may not want to ask for his or her email address, right? But you may, out of your integrity or out of who you are, you not wanting them to ask for yours. But does that mean that you might not be tempted to want to know what's in that phone or on that email?
I mean, there may be times, but I think I think you can address that by discussing these things with your partner. Like if, she got a call in the middle of the night and went to the bathroom and was whispering, I mean, I'd certainly ask about it. I mean, probably wouldn't be just, wouldn't be that was just ignored, but I don't think going from that to asking for cell phone password is necessarily best course of action. I think you can discuss.
You can discuss.
Could have been, could have been a friend in an emergency, or a friend's going through a rough time or something.
I love that you are so diplomatic. And on that note, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Relationship Theory. We'll be right back after these messages.